You never know when this thing is going to go live. Greetings, this is Amin Ra, Grandmaster Amin Ra, coming from Mombasa here. I got my sidekick now today. Coming to you live from Mombasa, where we are preparing for a CBCICT course tomorrow morning. I'll be the keynote speaker on that one, and I'm going to speak for 2 days. So you might not see me online for the next 2 days. But I wanted to come on today and discuss about the looming economic situation in the United States. Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to really, some of you are going to think like I'm trying to hit on the big news story that the stock market crashed by 800 points in the U.S. But in actuality, if you have been listening to my videos, you can see that this is going to be a continuation of what I have been already saying all along, is that it's pretty much a no-brainer that you're going to be in a lot of trouble in the U.S. In the far or near future. Now, it looks like it might be near, that being like next year, with the recent drop in the stock market is now having people talk about what they already knew. Now, I'm a fan of a certain news program where they give a lot of the news that you would not hear regularly on the everyday news, and they had been talking even 2-3 weeks ago, not even 2-3 days ago, not even weeks, days, about market indicators that we should use to gauge whether the economy is strong. Basically, they're saying that the President Trump is saying that the economy is doing well, employment rates are down, but then all of these major companies are laying people off. Ford laid off people, GM laid off people, even banks have been laying off people in large numbers. So maybe the unemployment rates are down, which I believe is just the fact that you've got like low-paying, nowhere going jobs in America. Well, I mean, that's where all you're going to have left when you ship all your major industries out of the country. Those big giant factories they're making in China now, they need managers. The managers Chinese, and we don't get an opportunity like that. It used to be where it used to be so many companies that you could even find a few of them hiring blacks. You know what I mean? For I don't know how long. As managers, but today there's so few that there's no real chance that blacks can be put in these high position jobs. And leave about the fact that the normal average worker is having a rough time. So for those people that are out there, I'm talking about black people, of course. I only get calls. Yeah, hi, how are you? You coming? So it's true. So yeah, so we have to be we have to talk about this. And the fact of the matter is, this recession is going to come, and the indicators are all pointing towards that actually happening. So, what are we as black people doing? I mean, more than ever, we need to be able to stick together and say, we got to help each other. We got to damn all these other, ginger wars and all these other things. We really start to now say, hey, I'm gonna need a leg up, or I'm gonna need some, some assistance. But I know a lot of us we're all separated and stagnated, so we really don't have these ways to get these really close ties. I don't believe you can be close. You live next door to or around, where that you don't see on a regular basis unless one calls the other. Because how can you really be close with somebody? They call it like a good friend, The last really good, solid friends I had were my playmates in LA when I was, in junior high school. Because we had to wake up in the morning, wasn't nothing to do, go out and play. Who you gonna play with? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have your friends, damn, you just be playing in the dirt. But something got to change, because if the economy is changing this bad, then definitely we can't just be like business as usual. We're gonna get run over by a Mack truck. Joking like that. It's time to make some serious decisions. But like I had said before, you should get your African plan together. Even if you don't use it, you should have it. And that begins with your passport. Now, I want to go over some points here of people that's in, that might, it's not for everybody, but it's for the people that are like, let's say the recession comes and it catches you unaware, and all the economists are saying this is not going to be like 2008. This is going to be a long, drawn out recession. So what are you going to do? So if let's just say they have a recession, and I want to talk to the people that who are skeptical. Some of those are my haters. They're like America forever. I built this country, it can never fail. The Chinese are in trouble. They're gonna, there's nothing like the Chinese are in trouble. Okay, that's a lie. And you must understand when you're being propagandized. Oh, I got a message. What's up, Mama? How you have been the latest rant against some ADOS people by structuring the show or stuff. ADOS. Now, can you imagine what ADOS is talking about right now? It's like they could be yelling, we want reparations, we want reparations. And now today, when the stock market dropped 800 points, they can we get some reparations? Can we get some reparations, please? What about us? It's no money, people. There is no money. So how is the world America gonna give you some money? It's based on the fact that the country is going down, and you want to hurry up and buy that Cadillac so you can ride up and down Broadway and show it off before the Titanic sinks. It's sad. It's very sad. This debt that we have, you're gonna pay off your car note. That's the worst thing you can do. If a recession hit and you got a car note, and you're back, that's the worst thing you can do. And some of our people are hiding their cars, parking them on 2 blocks down, so that the people won't come and repossess the car. And then these repossessors, the good ones, they just know how to go circle around 2 more blocks and catch your ass. It's only a matter of time. You putting boat locks on the car so they can't be driven, turn the wheels into the curb, all these little ideas, take out the strip. No, you don't know how to do that. All kind of little tricks you got to keep somebody from taking your car. But imagine, this is the life you're leading because there's no money, and that's not your fault. It is the government's fault for allowing the corporations to go and take companies outside of the United States, including the biggest one, General Motors. All them jobs, imagine they're gone. All them subsidiary jobs that are created just because one big company is there. Like they had that big layoff in Ohio, and they're saying it's not so much about the company; it's just the fact that all of the suppliers, the local suppliers, are also going to be out of business, and it's a tragedy. Now, what you gonna do? You're gonna go look for a job, any job. Your expectations is really low now, and then you're gonna be talking about I'll take anything, and you're gonna be getting a job that you can see on the first or third day is redundant, and it doesn't have no future. And every time your boss walk by you or look in your direction, you feel like he's ready to give you the pink slip, and you just think this shit is normal. You're just taking it. I know. I was in a recession a couple times myself, so I know what it's like, and I know what you can expect. And you can expect that a lot of your jobs is going to be gone. You see? And then how do you face yourself? Then you damn sure going to have to go call cousin Bobby Bill and say, hey, look, can I sleep on your couch for a few days? Hmm? You're gonna look at those people when you're driving to work. You're gonna be looking at them homeless people with a whole new light. You'd be like, "Hey, that looks like a good spot. You know, should get it now. You know, before it's gone." Yeah. You thinking about going out buying a new big screen TV, and you should be thinking about buying you a big giant piece of plastic and a couple of homemade tents and sleeping bags because it can get really serious really quickly. So those people that don't have are already on their last leg. That's what I want to talk to today. You know, you're not that educated because you grew up in a school system. Nobody really cared. Maybe you only had one parent, so she couldn't keep up with you. So you floated through school, failed. Now you don't know how to read and write and comprehend properly. So you just there drinking and then once in a while going to the ball game. You into sports, but as far as serious reading, no. So you got your little job, and now that job has gone, and then you're there. What to do next? Okay, now when the recession comes and you start talking about looking for work, it will not be as easy as you think, and the kind of jobs you get will probably be worse than the one you already last had. Okay, so just be prepared for that. So what can you do when you didn't think shit about this recession until it came and affected you directly, or recession affects you directly? Then here are a few things. Don't pay off your bills. Yeah, I said it. Whatever money you have, you need to save it in one big pile. Anything that you got, like a big screen TV, latest gadget, you know how material things in the U.S. is terrible. I used to have one storage bin full of material things that I couldn't keep in my house or didn't want to keep in my house. And one day I looked at that bin and I'm like, my God, this is what my life, you know? It's like, you know, roller skates, things and shit I had, you know, bowling balls, that kind of thing. I can't even think of all that, you know. Furniture I didn't want to get rid of, but I couldn't sell. But anyway, you should do an assessment of all value property that you have, and you say at the minimum amount of money I could get if I tried to sell this myself. I know you feel like this is my shit. I can't get rid of my shit. It's mine. No, you're gonna change. Trust me. When there's no money. So you should take an inventory of all your material things and say at the least amount of money I could get for them. You know, write it all down in your best little handwriting. I know you don't write. Maybe you have to take a few, you know, minutes to find your pen and paper, but get it out. Go to your bedroom, look at it, say, okay, I got this bed. If I had to sell it at an emergency price, I could get this much. This dresser. Okay, go in your closet, then look at your clothes. Yes, your clothes. And you say, okay, if I said I took these nice suits I had and, you know, if I wanted to get rid of them, blah, blah. Yeah, just do that. So you can get an assessment of what you know, what your value is if you just like sold everything right then and there. Okay. Because some people, they're joking with their rent. And when they come and they auction on your house, they auction all that shit off for you, and and they keep the money. So better you do it, at least know what you got, and see you make. And this exercise is so that you come across things that you realize I don't really need this. You know, I can give this up right now and make $50, you know, or something like that. So because some of you really, at least the amount of people that probably the people that are far from thinking about making an African plan are those who are things that save. They like saving a lot of junk, and I do say junk, but I mean it with affection because I know your junk is special. But yeah, don't pay your bills. Do an assessment. If you have any gold, or you could have any kind of gold, anything, then you need to keep that and see what you can get. You know, not take it and pawn it, but just keep it. If it's gold, like somebody might have 3, 4 gold rings, keep that shit close. because that'd be a last line of defense. Living in America, sometimes it can equal to the desire of having too much stuff. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And they know how much stuff you have. And the think tanks are there and saying, okay, there's like 28% of the black population that got big screen TVs. If the recession hit, how many of those people would decide to sell that big ass screen TV? Shit, some of you niggas is gonna be like tying that big ass screen to your back, and you can take everything, take my life, but not my big screen. But seriously, especially if you have kids or you have people that you're responsible for, like your parents, or you need to do this assessment seriously. And I'm just saying it today. When I was going to Africa, I was only going to come for 3 months, but I had planned on having a whole new life and having a whole nother kind of life when I came back to prepare me to go back. So I sold my refrigerator. I put all my things in bags and things like that. I had a mountain bike, beautiful one, and it's gone. But I didn't sell it. I wanted those things. I left them so that I could take them when I come back. But I never came back. So that's what I'm saying to you. You really got to detach yourself from material things. This is just part of the capitalistic brain that they put in you. Buy, so that you can keep the economy moving. You just was another statistic in walking around the aisles of Walmart shopping. So those things that you bought, you use them 2 or 3 times, and you're like, what the hell? Like, it's a time I went and I bought some binoculars because I thought I might want to look out my window and see far down the road. And I bought some $60 binoculars because I was in the store and I saw them, impulse buying, and shit. I looked down the road and people were looking at me looking down the road, and I was like, oh shit, I put them away and I never used them again. So, camping equipment, these kind of things, well, I'm saying camping equipment, you better hold on a minute there. And that might be your life saver because you need to keep that. Yeah, that'd be last. And you think I'm joking, but go down to the Skid Row and where you see the homeless people, ask them if they was joking, if they thought that shit was if they thought they was gonna be like they are today before it happened. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I'm just saying, be prepared. So the saving goal, okay. Things, and be sure to give them, okay, if you have some serious things that you need to keep, then give them to family members that maybe are not planning on if you're leaving to go to Africa. Think about having, it's now, if you haven't talked to them in a while, now is the time to buddy up to them. So if they have some like land or a house or a garage, you can take and you store my things for a few months or whatever. So anyway, the whole point of what I'm saying is that this session is going to be long and slow, and that if you have an African plan to come to Africa, you may have been talking about coming for 1 week or 2 weeks and then go back. But if you lose your job, you should still make the trip because all your bills are going to freeze. You see, if you're going to be, and you might see like, I have a lot more time. I can't, it's not my vacation time I'm using. It's now I don't have anything else better to do. And this is a good opportunity for you to come to Africa and explore with the mindset of I can probably make it in Africa better than I could go back and try to find work in the recession United States. So that trip would be definitely something that you can look into. So if you can collect up the money, if they're going to lay you off nicely, they'll give you a check, and then you just go down and look for a cheap plane ticket that's going for like 4 months ahead, and a room to rent is like $40 a month. Very nice room for $50 a month in Africa. Yes, Africa has a socialism tendencies, especially in Mombasa. where people just live like that. I mean, I bought a room that was paying $10, $15 a month. How much was that house? That room? That room was like, okay, I can't believe it was 15, but it was like $25 a month. Very nice room, big, and I had my bed and I had my working table. I built a working table, like a draft table, and then I ended up writing my book, and had a little kitchen area, and I just wanted to be like a hermit. And I spent that time writing my book, Black Man's Guide to Moving to Modern Africa, and it was wonderful. It's not like people look down on you, because majority people live like that. You know what I mean? People know that they come in a situation, and it's not like like in America. It's like, you're stepping up, or you just came to the city, or you just got a short-time job. These kind of houses are like that. They're not really looking at, oh, look where they stay. No. So because I was very thrifty, and one thing I didn't have to worry about was paying rent. So that worked out well for me. And you can live for $25, $30, $40 a month. I'm saying $50. That'd give you a real good one bedroom apartment in the United States, in Kenya. So you start off like that. Now you see, like, okay, I mean, you're saying it's $50 a month. So what does that mean? Well, that means you need like $70, $700 for a year of rent. $700 and you got a year of rent paid for, and all you need now is food daily. How you gonna starve in Africa? That's just corny. So that's very easy to do. And then if you have a relative or two that can send you $100, that's like a gold mine. I used to ask my family for $100 here or there with various reasons, but not so much that I needed the money. It's just that I wanted them to feel that they didn't lose me. You know what I mean? That they, somehow it could be attached. But I felt in that mission, they didn't get the point. And then they were like, we helped you. You survived off of us. I'm like, how can $100 every 4 or 5 months or 6 months be survival money? You made me live in that. You made it possible. They had no clue. So anyway, but these are things that are very possible. And I'm saying some of you are laughing at this video right now, like, I never. But you see, I would laugh too. But there was a time when I went to work. I was working nights. I got up in the morning, got off in the morning, went home. I was in the house for like 25 minutes. Then my phone rang. I'm like, you got to come back to work. I'm like, what for? I just left. Well, what's going on? I had no clue. So I said, okay. Then I hung the phone. I was like, wait, I'm driving all the way back to work. I said, call him back. Okay, now tell me what's going on before I come down there, because I ain't gonna come down there, for no heart attack. And he was like, oh, you being laid off? And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Shit, as long as I thought you made, I had, pulled the wrong circuit or, made a major blunder at the job. It was just simple that I was being laid off. I was okay. And, if I had been black conscious at the time, I surely that would have been my cue. It would have been no brainer for me. I would have been, pew, you would not see me. And I would have got here 10 years before I got here. But, anyway, so I don't want people to take this the wrong way. I don't want you to think like, okay, I'm just saying, let this little drop in the stock market be a little wake up call, and then at the same time, I can get your attention a little bit better when I talk about this, because you see, this thing is going to happen. Everybody is saying the recession is going to happen, and what you're going to do if your job is gone. So I'm suggesting your African plan. And your emergency African plan is to, somehow get a hold of $2,000 to $3,000 US only, and save that for your African plan. If you get laid off your job, trust me, you're gonna have a whole new perspective on what to do with yourself. And in fact, you might want to hurry up and come to Africa, because you don't want to have to tell all your people that you lost your job. So when the recession hits in America, it's not going to be like announced. It's just going to boom. It's going to hit you, because they don't want people running and panicking all through the streets, and they don't. What the government doesn't want is for Russia and China and all of these countries to start laughing at them and saying, "Now your ass is getting kicked," So whatever they decide is going to affect black people the most. And this is what our whole purpose of the purpose of this channel is to tell you, look, you can't go to Argentina because yesterday Argentina's stock market crashed worse than the United States. They got a 50% drop in Argentina. What? I mean, you know how the line goes straight down? And then shit was going like straight backwards. And read the news. Argentina, damn. You see? And no doubt that part of that has to do with the United States drop today, but I won't get into all of that particularly because it's so boring, but and speculative. But wait, living as an American sometimes, equals Okay. I'm gonna make this a short video, but I think I've given you some suggestions. Now about your African plan, what am I going to do when I go to Africa, Amin? Because all my life is held up in the United States. Well, if you like 70% of the population where you're probably not, I'm talking about the men, you probably don't even have control over your children. Your wife has control over them. She's probably living somewhere else. You guys are on, acrimonious terms at best. And then you just got a girlfriend that's halfway, or you're looking for girlfriends, but then you're not sure about anybody, and your whole thing is like just sit around and eat and sleep and work at that no good job you got. And then you're in a good position because you come to an economy that is booming and that is moving and active. America's economy is not really active like that. And then you find that there's a lot of work and you find yourself having to hustle. And this is a good thing, you see? And then looking for that woman or girlfriend is not going to be very, very difficult. And then, having your family in a safe place without racism is something a lot of Negroes in America have never contemplated, So there are a lot of pluses on why you should have an African plan. And hold on a second. Okay. There's a lot of reasons why you should have an African plan, and I'm going to give up some of those reasons. So until we meet again, think about that. Let me know in your comment sections. Okay, I have read about gangs in Mombasa recently. Okay, the news flash. Okay, you shouldn't read the news. That's fake news. Because I'm here right down the road. Right down the road from where these guys came out with the pungas, machetes, and was going around slicing people. Who knows? Now, what possessed a person to jump off a truck with a machete and just go around striking people? And then you don't have the next day you don't hear nothing about it. Surely, by the time it's like walking distance from my house, from where it happened. By the time it got to my house, the story was 50 people in the back of a truck jumped off with machetes and started chapping people. And then I was like, well, how many people did they get? It's like 5 people in the hospital. Nobody died. See, right there, that's propaganda. And I'm sorry to tell you, like, oh no, I saw it on the news. It must be true. My friend, the news can legally lie to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you all along. I'm telling you, look at my last video. I told you, if they start telling you nonsense about a place, that's a place you should think about coming. Mombasa is safe, So and then by the time you had that slicing of the machete guy, the machete slicers or whatever they were, who know by talking about it now, in America, how many black people was killed in that same amount of time? Surely, it's not even a no-brainer, So what you gonna do? I'm not gonna go to Mombasa. I'm gonna go live in Chicago. Where it's safe. Can you see yourself? Can you think? So that's the issue. Anyway, Dollar Bill, how are you? I want to know about healthcare in your area. Healthcare is there. The government put a lot of money in the healthcare, free healthcare for most people. They got NSF. You can buy even better healthcare. And I had all my children for free at the hospital. Well, not for free. I had to pay like $500, 500 shillings here and there. Anyway, I had to make a short video because I have a visitor. And tell me what you guys think in the comment section. And yeah. No, come on, guys, come on. This information I'm giving you is worth a lot of money. And all I'm asking you guys is to do the right thing. Some of you guys are hating that. You guys are hating this paper now, like you know. But do it. You know what I mean? Because surely, if you come to Mombasa and you need a place to stay, I'm here. So I'm putting my foot forward. What about you? If you send a few coins, and let's continue with this the next time. Peace.